All right, Nate, do you know who was the DJ today?
I think Nader1919 was.
Like, it's the shout out there. I mean, what did you sort of enjoy about that? I mean, a little bit unexpected, but just to have the beginning there.
I guess when you're doing well, everything's more fun off the ice, on the ice, and at practice, I guess you saw that we had the blinds open, the sun was out, and the music was going, so just good vibes today.
So, what's the difference in mentality when you guys start becoming a team that's being hunted by other teams? I think it's been a while, but now you guys are really on the radar around the league.
Yeah, I don't know if we really look at it like that yet. Like, obviously we're playing well, and every rink we go into, we have their media and their coaches saying very high positive things about us. So I think you take everything kind of with a grain of salt, one game at a time, and obviously when you're playing well, like you said, today we're having fun and we go into games, we have a ton of confidence and belief that we're going to beat these teams. So our mentality lately has been really good.
When you have a Western Conference opponent, kind of rare that you play them back to back, home and home, but Calgary coming in. What do you kind of expect, knowing the way things kind of unraveled last game?
Well, they play tonight too, so the last thing you can do is take them lightly and think they're going to be tired. Especially after beating them in their rank, they're going to be really hungry coming in here to play us. So just coming in with the right approach and the right energy, I think.
Thanks, Nate. Thoughts on the musical selection at practice today? Is that you? Who picked that?
Oh, I didn't pick it, but I was excited. It gets you going, the beat for sure. I mean, I think we need to get going a little bit because it was a late night arrival yesterday and tough morning. So I think boys were excited about it.
You've been around.
Very good answer, huh?
You've been around the league long enough to see, changes in teams when maybe they're, the ones hunting other teams down versus ones where there's lots of compliments coming from other teams. How do you sort of balance that mentality, knowing that there's this shift that when other teams either play you or you visit one, they're looking at you guys as the team to beat?
Yeah, I know it's nice to be in that position. More likely, I think we're trying to focus on ourselves, and get better every day and work on our stuff, to be better. I mean, there's always room to improve, and I think we're heading the right direction.
Is that an important thing as a veteran and someone who's been around long enough to, be able to say, guys, we got to keep that focus?
Yeah, I think everybody realized that too. We know what we have to do before every game, and you see, I have to take care of stuff like this here. But I think everybody's focused the right way. We're trying to help each other. We maybe have some slips on the trips, but next period we're right back at it. We've talked in the locker room what we have to do better to be successful in the next period or in a particular game, and I think we've done a great job on the trip.
Kind of weird when you have a Western Conference opponent where you wrap up your entire series against them within about 4 days.
It was nice, it was nice to,
No, but just like having Calgary coming in, right? Like within 4 days.
That's pretty tough, to play back against them. I mean, we just came off from the trip, but I mean, they're going to be on the same boat. They just fly the same long flight, so it's kind of nice, not to play against someone else. But it's good. It's good to be done, with Canadian teams. I think we're playing a lot of them lately, so it's good to be done with that trip too. At the start of the year, I liked it very much. So we're glad we are back in Jersey.
Thanks, Tats.
Thank you.
Akira, in a sense, with the things that happened last year, you're kind of used to this situation of, injury comes along. But how do you think you're different as a goaltender with the experience that you've had from last year coming into now being up here with the guys for a bit?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I had some experience last year, which just helped me getting used to everything and how things work here. And then obviously main camp again, and I feel like I had a good camp and maybe ready for if I have another opportunity to play, and if I'm playing, I have a lot to prove to myself. So just being here last year and camp for sure helped.
When you say you have a lot to prove to yourself, what do you mean by that?
Well, obviously the stats speak for itself, but it's not all about stats. So about improving too, and I feel like I can play better than that. And if I got another chance, I got to be ready and seize the moment.
And what about, the first couple of weeks in Utica? What has it been like for you? What type of group did you get yourself into?
We have another very defensive group, I think, in Utica. We play well defensively. Just didn't work out with the scoring yet, but I'm sure that will come. And it's pretty similar to last year. I'd say with just team-wise, we didn't have a lot of changes, so feels the same, or almost.
What's it like as a goalie when the music is blasting in the first couple? Did you enjoy that sort of, or is it weird? At practice.
I'd say I'm definitely not used to. We don't do that in Utica, but maybe because the speakers aren't that good in that rink. But I got really quiet once they turned it off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Lindy, I'm gonna guess that was your playlist today in the music.
No, just try to create a little spirit after such a long day yesterday, and we've done it a couple times now, so good to get the day started like that.
Just how important is it to have a little bit of that looseness when things are going well, but also be able to reel it back in and get right back down to practice?
I think when you're doing those first couple drills that you do every day, and shooting drills for goaltenders, and the tempo is good, and nobody needs any advice on where to go. It's just automatic. It's a good break in what we normally do.
What's the unique challenge of in back-to-back games facing Calgary home and away, just knowing how things went and that it's a Western Conference opponent?
Again, they're a heavy team. They were a hard team. I thought as the game went on, the puck battles became really important. You can see why they're an effective team because of how heavy they are around the puck. I thought we were going pretty good until we gave them that second goal, and I thought we got on our heels, and we didn't quite utilize our speed as good as I thought we could.
Did you see, or what ways did you feel your team matched their heaviness?
I thought a lot of the board play that we were able to. We knew it was going to be tough along the walls, but I thought our guys did a great job of getting into people and making sure they won their share of battles.
Do you have any update on how Mackenzie is doing right now?
Mackenzie has an MCL sprain, and he'll be seeing doctors, and we'll get a further update on him.
Lindy, what did you see from David Severson last game, and what does he need to do to improve practice?
Well, again, it was a rough night for him. There's different players and different have rough nights. You just look to improve your play the next game. Game to game, there's somebody that's going to have a tougher night. He admittedly had a tough night. It just has to bounce back from that.
What did you see from Alexander Holtz in practice recently, and how is he progressing in his development?
Again, there's areas that we keep working with Alexander Holtz in. The areas I've mentioned before, the pace, the wall play, details in coverage. The drill we did today, just coverage drills, where just the awareness to know where you need to be and at what time.
Good. Lindy, do you anticipate getting Akira in during the homestand?
Right now we're taking it one game at a time, but really understanding that we will need a second goaltender. When that day is, we got Calgary tomorrow. We have a day off, so I think we'll look at it after the day off where we're at and how VTech is doing.
Thank you, Lindy.